Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I thought of this up like straight up today. I was just thinking and I came up with this. Oh, that's better. So so whoa, what happened to my voice there? So basically this is what if Deku had a music quirk? And what do I mean by that? Well, you're gonna have to stick around to find out. So when Deku's born, he's pretty normal. Except that he's born with little more rustish, like rust colored hair and red eyes. But then let's just say he got it from his dad, and his dad does stick around. His dad is like a popular DJ. And let's say his dad's quirk is like, let's say his quirk makes it to where he can like manipulate sound, manipulate it, and produce it. But it also gives him the ability to like completely change the music, like change sound, which changes the music. So it's a very interesting quirk. So when Dicky's around the age of 4, he goes to the quirk doctor. And to be honest with you guys, I don't have a name for this quirk. If you have a name for it, just put it in the comments. I might use it. But basically what this quirk is that he can produce, he can basically do all the stuff his dad can do and more. So basically he can, one, manipulate sound, but he can also shoot off like sonic blasts out of his hands. He can also full, like he can see, like he can see sound. Like he can see it, like, yeah, he can see sound. Yeah, he can like fully, like, yeah, he can see sound, he can see music. And one of the very interesting parts of his quirk is that he can see music. Like, not like any, not like legitimately see the music. Like, like if you play music, he can see it. Like, he can't see this, he sees the sound, but he also sees the music flowing. So it's like he can see the different amps and stuff. So like when you're like playing music on like an on the thing that they use in their recording booth, basically he can see that in his own eyesight. So he's got he can fully manipulate sound, and he can also see music. So like since his dad's a DJ, he does stick around at the concerts most often. He does perform mostly in like clubs and stuff. And like when Deku turns like 10, maybe 10, for like his birthday, he gets like a training deck spinner so he can get good at it. Around the age of 14, he's like when he started like get like middle school, he actually started being a DJ. Like they called him Wild Card. There you go. There's a name, DJ Wild Card. Cause he'd always wear black and red, but he would always wear this jacket that would also always have like the 4 different signs of a card. So it would have a spade, a club, a heart, and a diamond on the back. And he'd always throw a card out to the crowd every time he's done a performance. But with that all out of the way, like he's mostly into techno music, like techno music, because that's legit, like the kind that really, that's the one he does, and like the type of music that he, like, DJs, whatever you want to call it. He's just into techno music. And if you already know where I'm going with this, well, you are a true member of this channel. But yeah, so middle school, he isn't messed with. He's probably one of the most respected, and two, to he's got his own little group because one he's like he would always wear like a mask to his like just to cover his like mouth and face more or less. It doesn't cover his eyes. He wore like a hood for that. So they don't know that he is actually the wild card. Like like people are like like people are like the news is like reporting on there's this new DJ that has spiked out in the musical underworld, and he goes by the name DJ Wildcard. Like he's on the news and no one knows that's actually him. But he does have his little group of like a little group of friends. But last day of UA, last day of UA, not last day of UA, last day of middle school. Teacher comes with all the papers. He's like, so I know one of you kids want to be when you graduate. Throws the papers up. He's I know you guys all want to be heroes. Even though Deku does want to become a DJ, he also wants to become a hero. So he's gonna do like a split. He's gonna do he's gonna do hero during the day and DJ during the night. He's gonna be the DJ hero. Yeah, that's his name. That's his title, the DJ hero. and and then he goes, though, it looks like two students are like, I'm going to be participating for the UA entrance exam. Baki was like, two? He's like, Bakatsuki Baki and Zuka Midoriya. Not many people like. He's like, they're like, that makes sense. They are the two most powerful in this class. Probably in this school. But yeah, 10 months of training. Deku really just cranks out on his music and how much like sound blasts he can produce out of his hands. Well, technically it's all around his body, but he usually produces them out of his like the blasts out of his hands. And he learns he can do a lot with his quirk. Like it's not just straight blasts of sonic waves. He could like fully change the perspective of a battle with his sound. He also learned that he can overload someone's nervous systems by vibrating their body to the right frequency. Like let's say he can do that too. Like he can make someone's body like nervous system like go crazy. Like because if he produces the right amount like right sound, like their body could be like triggered like into like uncontrollable state. That's basically what it can do, which I think is cool and would probably fit it. But yeah, that's basically all he does for the 10 months of training. Entrance exam. Deku did study between his musical training and literal training. He did study, so he does ace it. Physical exam. Here's the fun part. So Deku just takes out his phone. He puts his headphones in, puts his earbuds in his ears as the countdown starts. 3, 2, 1. He starts playing his music. And he kind of uses his sound blast. He kind of points his arms back and blasts sound behind him to propel him forward. And then he starts just blasting giant waves of sound, like rupturing every robot in its path. And then he would touch the ground, and he blasts sonics into the ground, launching anything on the ground upwards because of the vibration. And then the zero pointer shows up. He's like, and then, like he's like ever no one heard it because he can like basically see the sound, but he also has enhanced hearing. Duh. I'm just gonna keep giving him abilities as we go that I think that would match this quirk, because I came up with this I come up with this stuff on the spot. and I didn't really think this far ahead with this what if. So hey, it's as we go. It's as we go. But he hears a Uraraka scream. He didn't show up at the beginning, so they haven't met. And he kind of sees that she's about to get stepped on by a zero pointer, and she's trapped under a rebel. So he's like, we can't be having that. So he blasts like max sonic waves out of his hands. Like these are like the limit to how much sonic he can produce right now is about 2 million watts. Yeah, 2 million watts of sound. I'm pretty sure that's the right scale. Yeah, 2 million watts, which is loud. Like, and he blasts like full like 2 million watts of sound waves at this thing. Oh, he also isn't affected by the sound his Quirk produces. So he kind of pushes the thing back with his sound waves. And then he touches the ground to rupture the ground with his sonics again, and it kind of shakes the zero pointer up, and the zero pointer is about to fall backwards. And what Deku does, he kind of propels sound out of his feet to make him hover a bit, and then he blasts the freaking zero pointer with like a giant blast of sound, like completely pushing it to the ground. Then he drops, helps Uraraka out. The thing ends, he goes home. But before he leaves, he takes out a card and he throws it behind him as he leaves the training area. And someone goes to pick it up, and it's like, let's say when they're cleaning up, no one really noticed it. Let's say one of the teachers notices it, and it's a card, but on each corner is a different different symbol. So one corner has a diamond, one corner has a spade, the other one has a club, and the other one has a heart. And what it reads on the card is wild card. And he basically threw that card as he left. But yeah. Oh, and I do have a ship for this, and if you haven't caught on to it, I'm surprised you haven't. But yeah. I can probably like fit the first few bits of it. And so, first day UA, Deku walks up to class 1A. Just chilling. I need to add more sauce. I need the spice. He walks in, he sits down, and he starts listening to his music. He just puts his headphones in and just kickbacks. He just kind of kickbacks. And sits back, relaxes, and watch. He already knows Aizawa was behind the desk because he can hear him breathing from the sound, from him, sound. And the sound waves are bouncing off the walls, basically he's doing what Daredevil does, even though he can see. He's kind of doing what Daredevil does. It's kind of like echolocation, but not exactly. Yeah, he's kind of doing what Daredevil does. But Aizawa pops up because they were all too loud. And it was kind of Deku just had his headphones in because they were loud. And basically he gets onto him about how they're here to be heroes, not make friends. And basically he explains that they got to do it a freaking, what's it called? A quirk assessment test, that's the word. And that's what I'm gonna end this part off, guys. Oh, and before I actually end the video, just something to point out about Deku. He's great with almost every instrument that he picks up. That's gonna be important later on in the story, I promise you. Promise you it's gonna be better, make sense later on in the story. But that's gonna be it for this part, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace. No.